Hello YouTube. A long time ago our ancestors had to stay in the field for many hours and be super focused on their surroundings in the hunt for nutrient-rich protein, in the hunt for animals to eat. And without being focused, they would not survive. And they would not be able to provide for their family. So they had to be super focused. Nowadays, you can just go to the supermarket and get protein-rich food. And a lot of people don't have any focus anymore. They don't know what to focus on, and or they are distracted heavily by a lot of things around them. And they cannot focus anymore. They cannot even focus 5 seconds sometimes. I just read that the average attention span of a human being nowadays is about 7 seconds. So you probably already stopped watching this video by now. Because most people cannot listen for more than 5 to 10 seconds in a... That's why these shorts on YouTube are so popular, and the reels on Instagram and the TikTok videos, all these things are so popular because people cannot listen anymore. And because there's so much content out there and people don't know what to listen to. And they, as I said in one of my previous videos, they have a thunderstorm in their head and they are constantly depressed and anxious and don't even know anymore why. And I tell you, it's because they have too much on their minds and they cannot sort it because it's too much. They are overwhelmed. The human brain is not made for this kind of overflow of information. We are made to sit still, to focus and to hunt. You know, if you're a man, you are actually designed to sit still, focus and hunt and gather food in a way that most men nowadays, they forgot how to. So, and I think that's the main problem today that people have, especially young men. The lack of focus, the lack of concentration and the lack of goals. They are setting goals, but they are either not realistic or they are the wrong type of goals, and they lose focus too quickly and they not stick to the plan because the world as it is designed today, it grants instant gratification. It's like in a casino on a slot machine. You push a button and you either win or you lose, and it's all about instant gratification. And if there is none of that, then men or people, they stop doing it. But you know, I'm coming back to the example of the hunters of our ancestry, of our ancestors that were sitting still in the field, being concentrated and laser focused on killing an animal to eat, to have a source of protein. I come back to that example. There was no instant gratification for sitting still for hours. You know, you just had to do it because you knew in the longer term you would have a result, have the success that you were aiming to get. So people were thinking more long term. And now it's the short term thinking is very popular, and it's all about the short term results. And if there are no short term results, people stop doing something. You know, as I told you, I stopped smoking 3 weeks ago, and for me there are no short-term benefits of that. Obviously, I don't feel any gain of any gains at all from that. I'm more nervous still. I'm still struggling with emotions and like anger and things like that I used to I used to have cigarettes to get over it, but I'm still struggling with that. So I have no short-term benefits from stopping my addictions. Like stopping to drink alcohol, stopping to smoke weed, all these things I don't have any short-term benefits. So, but I'm training myself to think more in the long term, like years ahead. I'm planning 10 years ahead, I'm planning 20, 30, 50, 100 years ahead. You know, I'm not planning for 1 week ahead or for a couple days ahead. I see a much bigger picture now. And I'm just a small piece of that big picture. You know, my ego is becoming smaller and smaller every day because I understand that I'm only a little piece of a bigger puzzle that I'm putting together. But yeah, that's the main problem I think in today's world, is the lack of focus, the lack of dedication, the lack of consistency. And I can quickly talk about consistency and motivation, because these are two things that are correlated, but they're not the same. It's like motivation is something that everybody feels. You know, this is like the first days of not smoking, or 1 or 2 days before, like you're feeling very motivated because you had some kind of input, maybe from my video. You got the motivation, oh yeah, I'm motivated now to do it myself, to stop this or that. But the motivation, it goes away quickly. And it's not gonna be there all the time. It's gonna fade away. And then you are there and you're confronted with the temptations again, and you don't feel the same motivation to keep going. And that's why consistency comes into play. Consistency means doing the things without being motivated. Only because you know deep inside of your heart and your mind that you want to do these things, or you have to do these things. And even if you're not motivated, it's like the same with working out. Sometimes you're very motivated and you go to the gym and you put some extra weight on the machines and you run a little longer, you go out for a jog, you do all the things, but the motivation is fading. And you gotta be consistent if you want long-term results. If you want long-term results that are there for decades, that will last for decades and even longer than your own life, you gotta be consistent. You gotta keep doing the things even though you're not motivated. And you gotta understand what you want, what you gotta do to get there, make a plan, have a recipe, and just follow it. Like, and not be distracted by all the things, you know. I'm still going on, you know, I'm on YouTube, obviously. I'm publishing videos there again now. But I've been a big consumer on YouTube as well. I watch thousands of videos, and I still do. But the more I become aware of my psychological patterns, the less I'm attracted to watching these videos, and the less I do it. And sometimes I start to watch a video and after 2 minutes I stop it, because there's not much new content for me. It's like nothing surprises me anymore, nothing new. There's nothing new under the sun. I've seen it all, basically. So, and I know that every minute I'm watching on YouTube is 1 minute less from my life that remains. And after watching all these things, you know, life passes away so quickly. You know, I'm 41 years old. A short while ago I was 20, and I really feel like it. I really feel like I'm that young, but I'm not. I'm 41, as I told you. But and I'm wondering, where did all the past 20 years go? It went so quickly. And I know that the older you get, the faster time passes. And yeah, it's gonna be over very soon. So you gotta really think about what you want from this life, and how much of what you're consuming is really helping you. So I don't want to steal too much of your precious lifetime. That's why I try to make this video short. So I'm gonna stop here and just conclude everything in a few sentences. Don't be distracted. Make a plan for what you want and where you want to go. Have a recipe and just laser focus on doing the things that are necessary. And don't think in short-term results. Think for the long term. Think 10, 20, 50 years ahead. And you're gonna make better decisions, I promise you, if you're not just thinking from one day to the other. And as I told you in the previous video, I stopped counting the days that I'm off the cigarettes and off the weed and off the alcohol. I don't even care about that anymore. It's a side issue in my life now. As I told you, I plan years ahead. So this is not of importance anymore. It's just I did it, and I do it every day, and I keep doing it. I keep making these decisions, even though I sometimes feel uncomfortable. So yeah, apply laser focus. Just laser focus on your goals, and you're gonna be good. Peace. See you next time. Thanks for watching.